Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from MyChartCoach.com, and we're going to take a look at ticker symbol CARA. Okay, this marijuana sector stock has been on quite the uptrend. It keeps pushing higher. It's been very strong. Right now, if you look at RSI, it's at 86, so it's at overbought levels. It's a very high level on RSI. Fasto's at 92.66. That is has been cruising higher in what we call the overbought power zone. What caught my eye this morning was ADX with plus DI minus DI. Plus DI is the green line, ADX is the black line, and minus DI is the red line. Notice here that plus DI is spiking up to 49. If you go back here to this November spike right here, that signaled the top. So we're getting to previous top levels. And then if you look back here in October, you'll see here that there was a spike in October similar to these spikes, but what really caught my eye is minus DI down here at 518. Notice how it's this extreme low level. The last time minus DI was at this extreme low level was when CARA topped out in October. So this is a contrarian signal. It's signaling possible that there's a possible top here. When you get to an extreme level on an indicator like ADX, it's a clue that maybe the chart is topping out and then a change in trend could be coming soon. So we're thinking that this could be topping out here at the 17 level. This is a prior resistance level. A bearish 3 gaps up reversal pattern did form yesterday on the daily chart. If you look here, this is the pattern. It's a 4-day bearish reversal pattern, and this is a strong pattern. It's just telling you that the chart's getting frothy and that the stock is getting ahead of itself. And so today there was actually another gap open, a pretty big one. The gap is filled, but it's just showing you that the chart is getting frothy. It's pushing well above the upper Bollinger Band here. Notice how this candle is pushing well above the upper Bollinger Band. Last time that happened back here in October, that also signaled a top. And so we're thinking this is getting frothy here. You also have a climax volume spike. So notice the big volume spike here. So many times at a top, you'll get a climax volume spike, and that's exactly what happened right here. So notice this was the climax volume spike when we saw the last time plus DI got this extreme levels, and when minus DI bottomed out. Look back here, there was also a volume spike. So we call that the climax spike. So we're looking at, look at all those green volume bars in a row. Okay, so the question is, can another green volume bar form tomorrow? I think that's asking a lot from the bulls. It can happen. Stocks can keep pushing higher, but look at MACD. MACD is getting very steep. So yeah, we're thinking that this is going to cool down here soon. EMA4 at 1527 is the first support level to hold. Notice that the candle's been riding EMA4 the entire way up. If that breaks, you're going to see a drop down to EMA8 at 1422. That has been holding here, and so if you see a drop to that level and it bounces, then that would signal continuation of this uptrend. As long as this middle Bollinger Band holds at 1218, this uptrend that started back here when the middle Bollinger Band turned into support back through this zone right here in December to start of January, this should continue. And what we do when a stock is breaking out is we look at the weekly chart, and so we're trying to find resistance on this weekly chart. And if you look here, you'll see that it's overbought on RSI now at 75, overbought on Fasto at 93. So there's not much juice to push higher on Fasto. Notice this is a prior level where it's topped out in the past. So if you look up here, you can see this is prior tops. And so what's going on now, and you've got the same kind of thing going on with ADX here, how it's spiking above. Notice how the spike above up here signaled the top, and you have minus DI way down here at these low levels where this is all correlating with a previous top back here. And so what we want to do now is we want to see where this could possibly be headed, and it's currently hitting this key resistance zone from back here in 2015. Notice how 17 was hit multiple times here and failed to break. After this pullback in 2015, the share price bounced. It ran back up to 17, and then for several months it failed to break that level. And so now the share price has come from way down here under $5, in the fours, all the way back up to 17. And so it could start consolidating here and do a sideways trend before it pushes higher higher. If it can break above 17 and close above these horizontal resistance line, then our next target's going to be up here in this 2022 zone, where this prior run was, the highs from 2015. So that's the eventual target. The question is it going to pull back and consolidate before it pushes to the next level? RSI and Fasto are overbought. You can see this week's candle is forming above the upper Bollinger Band, similar to this candle right here, and you notice a red candle did follow. There was this pushback here above the upper Bollinger Band, and then another white candle followed, and so there is potential for this to keep running higher. Just know that if it fails, if this weekly candle won't set until Friday on the closing bell, and so what you're looking for is a break above 17. If it fails to break 17, it could pull back, and EMA 4 or the EMA 4 on the weekly chart is going to be the first support level at 1383. Notice the candles have been riding EMAs 4 and 8 higher, so this would make a really nice bounce play if it did correct. What we like to do when stocks are running is we like to follow the intraday charts, and if you look at this 15-minute chart, you'll see here that it started to top out this morning when it hit see how it hit the 17 zone, the prior resistance, and then traders took profits. It ran right to that level, and then it pulled back, and so now it's testing down here EMA 13. If the middle Bollinger Band breaks at 1631, that's going to be a red flag. Notice how it held, how it's been held during the run, and so if it breaks and turns into resistance, that's going to be your signal that the chart is finally cooling down, and then there could be a big drop down to the 50 moving average down here at 1534 currently. So there's some red flags on here. If you see here, MACD had a bearish crossover on both time frames, so that is a signal that the chart is cooling down, along with parabolic SAR. Notice the green dots were below the candles when the stock was running, and now they flipped above it. So those are red flags. Okay, so we're thinking that CARA could possibly top out at 17 here. Should be good on a dip. A close above 17 could send this up to the 20s. All right, if you like viewing these charts, please check us out at mychartcoach.com and our YouTube channel at mychartcoach.com. Thank you.